Hello everyone, Mrs. Gigi here, back today, and it is Wednesday. Today I was thinking that we are going to have a little bit of fun. Throughout May so far, we have created a couple of tags, done some organizing or rearranging or whatever you like to call it. Today I just felt like we need just the fun part of it, and I haven't really done uh, you know just these tags for each day. In one way, I'm not going to do each day, but I do know that I want to do many tags. So I don't know, have we done 2, 4, 6, 8 tags or journaling cards so far? We are going to fill this up with many more today, and we do have two things that I want to use. This one from the last video that I did. This one from yeah, I don't know what it was. It's from the Rituals, um, the company. I like this shape, so I want to do something with it. And of course, the thing that we are going to use today, you might say that it's the most important thing, but this, you know, it's a whole different ballgame now. We do need to create things from here. So I'm just going to put it aside a little bit because it makes it easier for all of you to see. And we are going to start with these, put that away for now, and let's see, we do need to have something. um, let's look into Never Hopeless by Elizabeth and her cute words. Those might be used today. We are going for, let's look into those. We don't want anything Christmassy. There is a whole bunch of things in here, so that's why, it's I don't even know. These maybe Tim Holtz things. This one maybe. I know exactly what I am about to do. I am going to use a thing in here. Let's see. Isn't that wonderful? Let's see if we can use the word wonderful in there maybe. So another thing or two, is it? Yeah. There is a whole bunch of maybe these. These are some cute little washies I haven't used much. This is from a jelly plate session that I once did. Back in the day, I would say, because usually I don't do so much jelly plating fun anymore. We need some more bases. We can use that word. It's hi in Swedish, and it says hey. A little bit more of stronger. I don't know about that one. Oh, that's kind of boring, is it? Maybe something like this. Library cards. Nothing that really strikes my fancy in terms of, yeah, we'll use that one. Why on earth have I saved this? Yeah, maybe we can use that base for something. That's the thing with me. Water, colory or water things. I don't know, I tend to like this situation going down here, so that might be an option. Too much Christmassy things down here. This one is a beautiful flower arrangement top thing there. Maybe a word or two from that one. What on earth is that? I have no clue. We'll put that back. Let's look into what we have so far. Going to use these. Tomorrow at my work we have a special day, so we do need to have these. The preschool celebration. And I don't know, do we have any fun? Let's look into, not really achy, maybe that one and that one. Sleep. No. The younger kids might be sleepy afterwards because we are going to have so much fun just singing and dancing and just celebrating preschool day. Angry, definitely not. Bird, flying a kite, no. We'll just take those two. And we are going for, let's twist this around, looking into those, using a cute word or two, or like inspire, create, grateful. Grateful might just be the thing to use. Yeah. You know, I've always been, or not always, but lately I've been talking a lot about my contacts. For those of you who have been with me for a little bit, hello, welcome. So nice to see you, Bobby. Right, so for those of you that have been around for a little bit know that I have been thinking about, you know, my contacts and things, and I did a little thing today with that in terms of, now I can hardly see. My eyes is, you know, or to be totally honest with you, my eye screams, oh, I can finally see. But the thing is, at the same time, my eyes and my head and my brain and whatever it is, you know, it's not really used to seeing this clear. So it's a bit of a mess, but you know, I will have to figure that one out while getting used to it, I would say. But it's definitely a thing that made me think like I was partly blind or something, you know. I can finally see those small little detaily things, but at the same time my brain isn't really connecting in terms of I would say used to this clear of a sight. So that is definitely one thing that I will have to let my brain get used to. So we are going to use that little one and throw this thing away. And we are going to use this guy. It's a children's books character, Bamse. I think it's actually translated into many languages as far as I know. This Bamse character, but I don't know how many languages this cartoony character is translated into, because it's both like children's movies and books and magazines and all kinds of things with this character. So let's just do like that, those up there, and maybe being grateful for something, in terms of being grateful for what you have. And it is, what day is it tomorrow? It's Thursday, so let's just cut that one out too. And going in to do a little bit more of a trimming situation there. I'm actually going to cut this one into a tag shape, flip the thing around, and the same way like that. I feel like this is a little bit curled up at the top there, so I will cut that one off. And let's see, Thursday, grateful, be grateful for, let's think, what do we want to have? I'm going to just do a little bit like this, be grateful for Thursday. Is that what we're going for? I do love that this is here. I don't necessarily like, or am I going, let's see, where do we have the erasers? Of course I have one important thing here too, my coffee. Let's take a little sip. And now thinking, am I not seeing the erasers, or have my kids been in here taken them? Sorry for the reach. We will have to look into this thing, and hopefully let's look into, you know, there is a whole bunch of things in here, and I think I have an eraser here. Or at least I'm hopeful. That's what it is, maybe. Oh, yep, we can use this. Sorry again for the reach. This is one of those doughy erasers, or whatever it is they are called in English. I have no clue. It just lifts up, really. It's not one of those that you are meant to go back and forth like this. You can lift the text up in terms of just like this. And it's kneadable like dough. So put that one there, this one here, and that one over here, and then for, yep, I like that. We will just use, what are we going for? B. Grateful for Thursday, and in this case I'm actually going to fill these in with blue. And the beauty with these, they are printable from Never Hopeless by Elizabeth, like this, and you can resize, downsize, or do all kinds of things, and you can fill it in with whatever color you like because it's black and white. So we go like that. I'm filling these in, all the lettering. Just like that. Doing the same thing with the day of the week. And I'm going to do this one for tomorrow, but I know, and I know that I won't have too much time doing anything tomorrow, so that's why. And I know exactly what's happening tomorrow, so that's always a plus when doing these things. Going in like this. And this isn't meant to be anything extra neat or anything, it's just one of those that I will be able to create like this. So, and it's for myself, so I don't really mind it being all wonky or whatever. So let's look into, yes, we do have this. This is one of those mats that I like to use when I glue things in, because it makes it way easier, and I don't really need to think too much about things underneath getting all gluey or anything happening to them. Just put that one there, and this, and putting some glue on these as well. Going like that. And I don't know, I kind of feel, if it weren't for the sound, I would like to do a little bit of slow stitching or stitching something. I will think about that for a little bit, but I will use this one for tomorrow, quick and easy one. So we will go into creating another one of these using, let's look into the things here now. We have this, it's pink, it's strength, it's faith, gratitude, inspire me. We have these two, we have that background, and yes, we are going to use this. We are actually going to just tear. I love that the page itself is like this. The tear, just not being too much of anything. We will put that one there, this one here, and straight inspire me. I don't know. Let's take the smaller pair of scissors and just for one, let's see, the P is further down, so we will have to think about that for a little bit. Cutting it like this. And a little wobbly with whatever you like to call it, like that, and all the way around here. For this thing, going like that, going in with this, that, and something else. Are we going to use this maybe? No. No, we are not. Those two definitely. Going in, or maybe use these in the background. I'm just going to take this one off, looking into if we can use it somehow. Yes, we are, in maybe a strange way, but we are going to use it. Yet again, a little bit of glue. Oh, who am I? We need glue here on this, just the tiniest bit. Not really focusing on exactly where I put the glue. We might even use, let's look into it. I don't want to have it too curled there, but apparently it did. Who was I? We are needing some glue on this washi because otherwise it won't really stick too well. I'm just going like this. And down here, and going, I wouldn't say around, but I'm going to cut it off. And there. Those, no, that one will be saved for something else. That is one thing that we need to have glue on. Hello, Dana. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for stopping by, and hopefully I can inspire you a little bit to create something of your own. We have this one. We have, oh, look at that, all the glue. It is transparent when dry, so I don't really have to think about it too much. Those little things on here, is that enough for this little journaling card? So we have done two. My aim with this is of course just to use up what I have in my little bucket. I definitely see, who am I not putting a lot of glue on here. The faux stitching The faux stitching is important. I do need to do it. I was thinking that I would sew around with a proper sewing machine, but no, it's not going to happen. Unfortunately, not today or tomorrow, or in the future coming days, I would say. I don't really have time, that's why. So we will go with faux stitching, but faux stitching does tend to add a little bit of a fun situation. Those two. We have these left, and this one, let's see, that's too narrow. We do have to look further into something else that we can use as a base. And what do we have? Do have the thing that we used in the last video, but I don't really like that. So let's see if we can use a paper piece from this thing. Right. No, we don't want pink. That would be kind of nice. I'll just these to choose from. I don't know. I would say this pink. That's the only choice really, because I don't want to have this with the hearts and things. But we are going for a little bit of a bigger, wider general card in this case, I would say. The top part or bottom part or whatever, this is a tag in some future thing of mine. I can feel it. We are going to use the larger little quarter punch. All the way around, which makes it perfect in terms of using it for this specific thing. That is going away. This thing, I do like it a lot like that. Let's chop it off. Are we going to use that too? No, not on this one. I don't know why. I don't know why I felt like I needed it, but it's just one of those things, I would say. Like that. Going like this. Cutting this little piece off. Of course, throwing it in the bin. And just the tiniest bit more to go kind of flush with the paper like that. And then do I want to put that one there? Just at the, yeah, I think so. This was ATC base, I would say. Like that, doing the same thing again. We do need to have more glue though, of course. Who was I thinking that that would be enough? That going in here. Maybe saving that little part. I don't know. I will put it aside in the bin though, because you'll never know. maybe you have something tiny like that that you want to put something in. Gratitude, is that a great word to use? Of course it is, but I don't know. I do like that. It needs to be a tiny bit more glued in. We will use the other glue like that. Kind of need to have this little tip on this one to be able to use. Are we going for something else? I was thinking doing this, but it's a little bit too big, is it? Just the tiniest bit too big for my liking. And I would love to have a word here. In the last couple of days, I would say, now thinking out loud, is that a thing? Sunshine is kind of a nice word, and let's see. That's an H, we don't want that. Yeah, that's a nice one to have. We are going with, what color are we choosing for this? We are maybe going into I'm not just using purple. Just doing it a little bit more visible. And this week, we to me here in Sweden we always use weeks, so that's why I'm kind of thinking about using that, being able to look back onto whatever happened. So that's kind of why I'm going with like this, just so I know maybe next year or whenever I look into this. Am I going with, I think I am. I'm going in with a darker purple and outlining these. I need to make them wider like this. Going straight up. And in that sense, I hope it's kind of straight, but it's just what you have. We'll go like this, on here, all the way down, meeting up with that thing there. And on that thing, the other way around, going like that. Being all quiet because I'm concentrating. So we have that one like that, and not going with some faux stitching now. I felt I needed some dots. So that will be the thing that we will use throughout and all the way around on this card. And making a thing like this, to be totally honest, it's my way of showing that, you know, you can definitely create a thing like this from nothing. Going all the way around. Making it like this, a little border. So that is of course another version of a tag. Hello, hello, Heavenly. So these three, this one, let's see, are we going to use gratitude as the word for this one, or strength? Kind of like the word gratitude, so we will try that one at least. And let's think. No, I'm going like this, cutting it all the way down to there. And I am thinking in this case actually going to cut away parts of the white here because I don't really like it too much. And this one over here. So another of these words are used. That will go there, but I do need to cover the thing in the back there because no, I don't like that at all. So let's look into how to do that. Are we going to save anything here? Strength is one word. Pink, no, that's no. I will save that one for faith and strength. No, not really saving that one either. My day has been wonderful, really, really wonderful. And I know that I'm going to have a great one tomorrow too. Let's see, do I want to have anything like this underneath? Just the little tiny bit of a thing. So I hope that your day has been great so far, Heavenly. It's going like that, I would say. I don't really like it, but that's the way that it will go because I do need to cover the words underneath, and it kind of gives a little thing. So we will just do a little twist with this thing, and then I can use this as a journaling card too if I like, or you know, a tag or whatever you like to say that it is, like that. And Yes, it's a thing on the back here, but as usual, when having something like that, I tend to just back it with a white piece of paper, which makes it way much easier to write on. So that might be just it for this, because this is beautiful in itself. Just the tiniest bit of a transformation needed, and those, we still have things to use. I'm not too sure about those things over here though, so let's look into the bin again one more time. I don't really have too much back paper that I like. No, I do have paper, but I don't have the thicker version of a thing. Let's look into this one. Oh yeah, that's one thing that I don't want to tear apart too much. Just have smaller bits. And another of those. Let's see, that's a thing that I want to save to. Unfortunately can't really show you that thing. Oh, this. Now maybe this. We can definitely use that little card. We can use that little card. But we do need something bigger for this one. Is this big enough? Yes, I would say it is big enough, but we do need to figure out a way to cover these. For this one, let's see, are we able to just use the fireplace there, just to be, let's see, almost. Definitely not doing anything fancy, nothing in sort of, I know, other than just me gluing, having fun. So we will try this. And maybe do a little thing of, we do on that side. Yeah. So meant to be, it says, and this will be on the back side. Yet again, we do need glue. I'm going to put the glue on this because it's sturdier. And going in like that. So we have the fireplace there. Do we need, no, that is definitely no. We don't need that. We are going to use a smaller pair of scissors just to cut this one down a tiny bit, kind of making it into the right type shape, or like, no, not really, that was terrible. We need to, yeah, would say like that, putting these little bits and pieces away. I do need a word again, definitely. These are just some odd words. I don't like them at all. We do have words here. Walk in the light. That might be. Do have a lot of words, but not the ones that I have realized. I do have words, several of them everywhere, but I have also used the ones that I like the most. So, in other words, the other ones are not really ones that I like too much. Kindness. That is a nice word. That is one that we can use, and I'm just going to put it there. And yet again, use up like that, going in like this. To me, it doesn't necessarily need much more than this, so we will leave it. And then one more. We are going to say hi to each and every one of you. We are going to use this one, I would say. Do I want to use that? I will have to think about that thing though. I do have this origami paper. It's really thin. Let's look into using that. Those two go together great. Those three might be kind of nice. Let's look into a bit of glue here. Just going straight on the actual card this time, like this. And let's see. There. Going in again, being all quiet because I'm concentrating in making this one. I don't know why it is like that, but you know, being all quiet and concentrating is almost like the thing that you do without thinking. This is left. I will keep it because you'll never know. I like the size. We are going to put that one there and this one here. Yes, we are. A lot of glue again. Just like this. And going in here. Cutting these off. Like that. And then this one. Oh, who am I not putting too much glue on the edges? Are you the same? Or am I the only one? Sometimes I'm just gluing things in that I don't really want to have attached to, you know, the all the way around. But in this case, it's one of the things that needs to be attached. So we have this card. Now thinking, you know, thinking both Swedish and English is kind of hard sometimes. Hey is high in Swedish. But it's, oh, is it pronounced? I've been thinking about the pronunciation sometimes on some of the words. Hay, like the hay, like a hay ride? No, I don't know how to kind of explain things sometimes because it kind of, you know, it's a whole thing. So we have these, we have these. These are not going to be used. I will put them away for now. This, we have 2 washes left. We have done these. Let's look into those. And yes, I think that will have to do for today, unfortunately. I need to look further into my contact situation. That is what I will have to do. Let's see what we have made. I do know that, you know, I do need some more tags. Gratitude, beautiful little tag tucked in the back there. Inspire me. Kindness. That's one that I like to like having peeking out like that. The hay or high or how heavy, you know, that's going like that, that's going there. Several of these won't really show in the end, so to be totally honest, you know, it'll just be there. Sunshine, kind of cute little thing going. This one is specifically for tomorrow. And where do I want to put you? Maybe here. So as you can see, it's quickly just filling up with tags. This will be my memory folder for June. Memories in making these are one thing, but of course I haven't really written anything today, but on these, on the back sides, there are things written throughout the month. Just a little sentence on some and a whole book on some. No, not really, but you know, you can see. So this is it so far. Today there will be no organizing because I definitely have to look further into my contacts. So yes, thank you so much for those of you who have been watching today. Thank you so much for those of you who have been in chat. And as always, I will be around YouTube in live streams. I will be back again next week, next Wednesday, and videos in live streams together with friends will also be a thing. The diorama that I create together with Create with Becca, I think will be on this week. I'm not too sure, but yeah, it will. So see you around. Have a wonderful rest of your day and good night's sleep if that is the case. Bye bye bye.